sections after a property in Thoothukudi was vandalized yesterday. This comes after a war of words erupted between the BJP leader Sasikala Pushpa and DMK minister Geetha Jeevan. On the 22nd of December, a few unidentified men arrived and smashed her house and her property. The window panes of the house, flower pots and chairs kept in the front were also broken. The car that was parked outside her house was also vandalized, with windows and window shields broken as well. Now, even though Sasikala Pushpa was not present at her residence at the time of attack and escaped unhurt, she later blamed the DMK minister Geetha Jeevan for this vandalism. The Tamil Nadu police has also booked DMK councillors and 8 others in 6 sections. So what really is happening in Tamil Nadu and who really is rattled?
They are threatening the BJP leaders and cadres to not to speak about the corruption of the DMK party.
So let me first walk you through the series of events of what happened as far as the vandalism is concerned and what are the various charges that are coming forth by the BJP. So what really happened as far as the vandalism is concerned? You had Sasikala Pushpa's, her residence was targeted. As I said, fortunately, she was not at her residence and she in fact remained unhurt. Window glasses were destroyed, as you can see the visuals that we're putting out. The front lawn area was damaged as well. Window panes were destroyed. Window shields of the vehicles that were parked outside were destroyed as well. Flower pots and others were damaged as well, as you can see on some of the other visuals that we're putting out. Window screens of car damage, as I said. Now the BJP is alleging that this is nothing but the work of the DMK. As I said, a war of words is also now erupted between the BJP and the DMK. The BJP is saying the DMK is rattled today because of the kind of good work that the BJP is doing. As I said, there was a war of words that happened much before this vandalism. Let me just walk you through what these war of words looked like. The BJP state chief, Sasikala Pushpa, said that Tamil Nadu minister Geetha Jeevan can be called a rotten minister. The Tamil Nadu minister then hit back saying that we will get you on stage while you're speaking. Sasikala Pushpa then retaliated asking, who are you calling a propagandist? Sasikala Pushpa then also asked Geetha Jeevan, is Annamalai Geetha Jeevan or MK Stalin a Nazi propagandist? Sasikala Pushpa criticized the DMK saying they're doing propaganda work. The war of words got really ugly to a point where Sasikala Pushpa also has a case against her because of the words she used. She told the Tamil Nadu minister that by the time you leave your house, you won't have legs. The BJP believes that the attack on Sasikala Pushpa's home was the DMK's doing. BJP blames DMK and their minister, Geetha Jeevan, for this vandalism. But as I said, this is not really the first time that we are seeing a face-off or friction points between the BJP and the DMK. Let's also talk to you about some of the other friction points that we've seen in the past. The most infamous one, of course, has been the Hindi language debate, where the DMK said it's a bid to block non-Hindi speakers' education. The BJP said that DMK is just spreading rumors because the idea was never to replace a local language. In fact, we want to promote local languages. We're only talking about as far as the link language is concerned. Then let's go back. As far as the PM security lapse issue was concerned, here the BJP had said that the breach during the chess event. The DMK's position at that point was the state corps have little role once the SPG arrives. Is this really a state issue? Should the state government have been more proactive? Those were the questions that were raised by the BJP at that time. Let me give you some other examples. As far as the RSS march was concerned, the BJP tries to make inroads. RSS plans march. The DMK denies the permit for these rallies. Why was the question that was raised as far as the BJP is concerned. So as I said, a lot of friction points, and that is why the larger question that we're asking this evening is, who really is rattled in Tamil Nadu? Let me also now bring in our guest to take this conversation forward. We have the Tamil Nadu BJP Vice President, Nadu Tirupati. We also have a political analyst, Sumansi Raman. We have Pulla Rao, political analyst and DMK supporter, and we also have an advocate, Ramaswamy Mayappan. We did invite the DMK as well, but they haven't joined the debate. Pulla Rao, let me begin the conversation with you. Look at the kind of allegations that are coming in from Sasikala Pushpa, saying that it was my good luck that I, in fact, could be unhurt, but this vandalism has DMK written all over it. Pulla Rao, can you hear me? Pulla Rao, can you hear me? Could you unmute yourself, please?
Yeah, it is. Now can you hear me?
Can hear you. Go ahead.
Can you hear?
Can hear you. Go ahead.
Hello?
Can hear you, Pulla Rao. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Okay, we'll just try and fix that issue as far as Pulla Rao is concerned. But Suman, let me begin the conversation with you in the meantime. Look at the kind of allegations that are coming in from the BJP. They're saying the DMK is clearly rattled today because of the kind of good work that the BJP is doing and also the traction that the BJP is getting on the ground, and thus the DMK is resorting to vandalism like this.
Any publicity that the BJP can get in Tamil Nadu is good publicity as they see it. For a party which not too long ago was basically polling 3% to 4% vote share in the state, they feel that they are a party that is growing. I agree that there has been some growth in the party in Tamil Nadu over the last year and a half. Having said that, I think that their aim is to position themselves as the primary party in opposition to the DMK. I think that is the objective. So that is why when the DMK reacts, it actually benefits the BJP, because the BJP then says, see, the DMK is reacting to us and we are actually the primary opponent for the DMK in the state. Now, this is sort of pushing the AIA-DMK to one side. So I think that right now, that competition is in effect going on in Tamil Nadu. And I would not, read too much into these incidents. In fact, violence in any form has to be condemned strongly, and the culprits will have to be brought to book and have to face the law. There is no doubt about that. But you have to understand that Sasikala Pushpa herself is not really a very tall leader in the state. I mean, she was picked out of nowhere by Jayalalitha and made a member of parliament. But beyond that, she's not a mass leader. She does not enjoy any great support. And of course, at the end of the day, she's a very recent entrant into the BJP. And there are also dozen controversies that are surrounding her, about which we need not go into in any detail. So I don't think that this is something that will have the DMK rattled in any form at all. But the fact that they are reacting legitimizes the BJP as an opposition party to the DMK in the state, which is exactly what the BJP wants.
Okay, I believe Pulla Rao is also now able to hear us. Pulla Rao, essentially what I was asking was, look at the kind of allegations that are coming in from the BJP and from Sasikala Pushpa herself. We in fact spoke to her here at CNN News 18, and she's gone on to make some big allegations. She's saying, you leave the war of words before that, but it's just a clearly rattled DMK because of the kind of inroads that the BJP is making, the kind of work that has been done by their BJP president in the state, Annamalai, things that have been done for children, midday meals and others. And that is why, to silence us, the DMK is now resorting to vandalism.
I don't think that's correct. The DMK practically is in a very sound position. It has got a lot of allies. It won a resounding victory. And its primary opponent, the ADMK, is split, fighting with each other. And, I don't think that the DMK will be really worried. Yes, as Mr. Sumant Raman has said, BJP is growing, but it's growing very slowly. It's not very easy to remove the bastions which the Dravidian parties have occupied. Moreover, the more BJP grows, it's actually good for the DMK because the opposition vote will be split. But I don't think the DMK is making deliberate efforts to ensure that the BJP grows. And, this lady, with all due respect to her, she was a mayor of Tuticorin earlier, and she has history. And as a woman, naturally, she struggles. But she was also from the ADMK, and there's maybe past animosities with the DMK and other things. She has made a small issue a very big issue, as if, something has burnt, her car has been stoned. Yes, it is to be condemned. Everybody has a right.
No, but can we deny the kind of visuals that are coming in? There was vandalism, so it's not like she's creating something. Those are facts.
It is from Tamil Nadu standards, is it a very big issue? I don't think so. But they're trying to make an issue, and she's trying to legitimize herself that she's there on the struggle of a car has been damaged. I think it's a bit overblown, and she's trying to bask in the glory of that she's struggling. The struggle is really very difficult to see. And of course, there might be some error on the part of the DMK minister who is involved in this. But by and large, I think the DMK is in a comfortable position. What the future holds, we can't say. The future can take any turn. The ADMK may unite, and other forces may come.
Okay, so
But
Pullara
right
is
now,
dismissing the
I don't
vandalism,
think-
saying this is a small case, and Sasikala Pushpa is just trying to garner some sort of sympathy in her favor. Narayan Tirupati, how do you see the criticism coming in? Many now questioning who really is Sasikala Pushpa, what is the kind of work that she has done, and possibly this controversy is something that she needed to get her name out in the public domain.
No, see, this is ridiculous. She is our vice president, and how can you say that to get into public domain and all those things for publicity? These things are definitely ridiculous. And she is our vice president. We have to understand that she has also a very long history of politics, so we need to understand this. The problem here is that in the last 1.5 years, a lot of ministers, not only Geetha Jeevan, but a lot of ministers like Thamu Anbarasan, all are trying to threaten our state president, Mr. Annamalai also, because we have been fighting this corrupt government of DMK, and we have been criticizing this government, the ministers. The Geetha Jeevan last week had said that if Annamalai is going to talk about the chief minister and the other ministers, we will get on to the stage where you are speaking. That means they have threatened the minister Geetha Jeevan, who should have been a responsible minister, taken an oath that they will abide by the law. She says that she will break the law. So I had demanded the dismissal of Geetha Jeevan from the ministry, and I had demanded the arrest of Geetha Jeevan, as also in the case of Thamu Anbarasan, to the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. If at all the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu wants a peaceful state and wants to avoid this lawlessness, definitely he should have taken action. In reacting to what Geetha Jeevan had said.
But Narayan Tirupati, when Sumant, I know you want to come in, just give me 30 seconds. But Narayan Tirupati, when Sasikala Pushpa says that the DMK is trying to stifle our voices, this is a curb on freedom of expression, can we also deny the fact that there is a case against her as well?
No, see, that's what. See, you have not filed any case against Thamu Anbarasan, who had openly threatened Mr. Annamalai. You have not filed a case against Kalarajan, who said that Mr. Annamalai's hands will be chopped off. You have not filed a case against R.S. Bharati. So many DMK ministers and office bearers, and now you are coming here, you have not filed a case against Geetha Jeevan. Now you are saying that you have filed a case against Sasikala Pushpa. What is it? She had reacted to a nonsense speech by the minister. So I don't expect these things, these actions from Tamil Nadu police, because they are acting like puppets in the hands of Tamil Nadu government. So we don't expect that, but they should understand that if they think that they are ruling the state, they should understand that we are ruling the country. That is what we are also. We will take this issue in a very big way, and we will see to it that DMK's these kinds of arrogance are definitely controlled.
Okay, the arrogance of DMK needs to be controlled. Before I bring in Ramaswamy Mayappan as well, I know Sumant, you wanted to come in. Sumant.
Look, let's be very clear. The talk in Tamil Nadu is of some kind of informal understanding between the BJP High Command and the DMK's first family. Everybody, there's not been, mind you, take the example of every other opposition ruled state. There have been raids galore by the agencies. There have been ministers who have been put in jail.
Whether
it is West Bengal, whether it is...
This is totally a violent incident.
Excuse me.
Where our office bearer, our vice president was attacked. And you are talking something different.
Okay.
I am not talking anything different.
What are you talking?
Narayan Tirupati, let Sumant make his point.
Let me finish.
Okay, Narayan Tirupati, just give Sumant 30 seconds. I'll give you a fair chance to respond as well. Sumant, 30 seconds.
No, 1 minute. Why are you getting so agitated, sir? I'm only
it's not because of agitation,
what the people of Tamil Nadu are talking. There has not been
what we're talking. That is
okay. Sumant, make your point. I have another guest who's patiently waiting as well. Sumant, 30 seconds.
My point is very simple. there is hardly any progress on any case pending against DMK leaders. The agencies have been completely
What is
silent
he
in Tamil
talking?
Nadu for the last 1.5 years.
A
What
woman
are
has
we
been
talking
attacked.
about?
Her
What
car has
is
been
going
attacked.
on?
Her house has been ransacked, and he is talking about
Sir,
politics.
you
here.
answer my question,
What
sir.
is-
You answer my question. Why
What
is
will
the
you say if your house is attacked?
why is there no
You
action
will
against
talk like
any of
that?
the ministers? Many of them are already having cases pending against them.
So
No
what?
agency
We have
wants to
given
even
complaints.
touch them.
Even personally, I have given a complaint. Is it not the
Nothing.
duty of the government to take action against those
Sir,
who
you
are
answer
trying
my
to
question,
create
sir.
a
You
law
answer.
and order problem?
Okay,
Where-
okay,
Where
okay.
you have the power to do something, you are
Why you
not
are
doing.
supporting
Why?
DMK? Are you afraid?
Why are you not acting against their leaders when you are already having cases pending against them?
The
Your
law and
agencies
order
are
is
keeping
with
quiet.
them. How can I
Your
act? How can I
agencies-
act on this issue?
Your agencies are keeping
Okay,
Sir,
quiet.
okay.
come on, Sumant.
Okay, Suman.
You are a very senior person.
Okay, okay.
Sir, I'm
Okay,
only
okay.
pointing out
Sumant,
what the
Sumant
people
and
are
Narayan
asking.
Tirupati, I'll give both of you a fair chance. Is there some sort of a backroom deal, or are we trivializing the issue which had concerns being raised about a women's safety? But let me bring in Ramaswamy Mayappan as well. Ramaswamy Mayappan, I want to understand from you. Now, DMK supporters are saying that who really is Sasikala Pushpa? She needs a controversy like this to get her into public domain. The BJP is saying you're trivializing women's safety. This is a rattled DMK. Who do you think is benefiting from this controversy?
See, before going into the benefit of this controversy, I think there is one issue that needs to be addressed. Such violent incidents is not new to DMK. It is part of their DNA. I don't know how long in history should I go back, but at least as far as 1977, Ms. Indira Gandhi, the Prime Minister then, she was attacked in Tamil Nadu. She came down, she was to address conferences and meetings in Chennai, in Tiruchirappalli, in Madurai. There's violence everywhere. In Kanchipuram, she had to be taken through a different route, a special convoy, and everything. All this happened at the DMK's heist. This is the first incident. And let us not trace all of the history with all of the leaders, but let's go to the recent past. It is not just Ms. Sasikala Pushpa that's been attacked. We've had other members be attacked, including our leader, Mr. Annamalai. And as recent, not just going to the BJP leaders, but even ADMK leaders. Mr. Vijay Bhaskar, former minister, was attacked recently. And it is said there is no FIR on record yet, but I'm told one of the Panchayat Talavars belonging to the ADMK was kidnapped. And there are 3 who were taken away from office and have had to switch sides because of harassment and threats of violence. If this be the case, this is the DNA of the DMK. This is how they've gone about their politics. This is how they've gone about their government. I'm sad for the people who have elected and sent them to office. DMK in their manifesto made several promises. I'm not sure how long or how far they've gotten in terms of their promises. They failed everywhere.
But
They
Ramaswamy
beating
Mayappan,
about
this
the
is
governor
where
and
the
others
DMK and DMK
that-
supporters are saying that just because, the controversy like this is in public domain, that doesn't mean that it'll have any sort of resonation on the ground. The BJP just has never been able to make enough inroads, and they'll never be able to rule the state.
See, there is always a first time. The DMK can talk all of this. Without an alliance party in 1996, the BJP was able to pull off a seat in Padmanabhapuram near Kanyakumari. And BJP is being able to do better in the local body elections very recently in January this past year. So what the DMK is afraid of, if they're not afraid of electoral position of the BJP, why get rattled? Why go after these people? Why file false FIRs? Let us leave everything else aside. Today, there is a DMK minister who's made comments. The language match the comments made by the BJP vice president. There's an FIR filed against the BJP vice president. Why is there no complaint registered against the DMK minister? Why is there no FIR against the DMK minister? Is there not different treatment? Is this not partiality? Is this not against the law? So the DMK, while being in office with the law and order under the aegis of the chief minister, they want to question or place a different position as far as the vice president.
So the question that is being
BJP.
raised is that is the police now just working as silent dummies? They're working at the behest of the state government, and that is why we're not seeing an equal reaction. Pularai, I want to bring you back in the conversation. Multiple allegations coming in from the BJP, but some of them which are extremely starking. One, of course, is that this is a curb on freedom of expression. Why don't we see the law play out equally for both? But even when we spoke to Sasikala Pushpa here at CNN News 18, one of the biggest allegations that she in fact said is that it's not just the DMK that is behind this vandalism, but she says that she's extremely sure that this DMK minister, in fact, is shielding the accused in her residence.
See, this is very strange. First and foremost, I don't think there is some big alliance between DMK and BJP. There may be a respectful understanding of, showing respect to each other, which is very welcome between the state and central government. They can't keep on fighting as if they're enemies in China and Russia and all that. So I don't think a courtesy that which DMK shows to the BJP, the head in the central government, or vice versa, it should not be read beyond that. That is good governance, is good federalism. The second thing is Tamil Nadu has a very, very reputed police force from not decades, for a long time, and I don't think they just listen to whatever the ministers say. And if there was such a case, why hasn't the BJP gone to the High Court and got an order that they're not registering FIRs? That's what they're doing in Bengal, till finally the police have come around. Therefore, I believe that, perhaps the cases are not watertight. They're making allegations and they're making, I don't want to say they're making much of nothing. Surely there should be no vandalism, not even a stone thrown. But perhaps there are more to it than meets the eye. Maybe they're both indulging in this for publicity. Maybe there are other angles which the police know and which we don't know. And the police naturally, as our respected BJP leader said, we are in power in Delhi. The police maybe they're both afraid of both sides and maybe are being fair to both sides. So it's not good to straight away say that there's some conspiracy, they're not registering cases. Yes, the BJP is very active in Tamil Nadu. They would have definitely gone to the court and got an FIR registered, and they have not done that yet. So I don't think we should come to conclusions very quickly that there's some, this is a pattern which Stalin encourages. I don't think it's in Stalin's interest to encourage disputes and violence. He wants a calm-going government because he's an experienced man. He has been in politics, I think, 50 years, and he has seen ups and downs. He would not like his government to become embroiled in controversies as the Maharashtra government was before it had to lose power.
So Narayan Tirupati, the point that is being made is that, it's very easy to raise questions, but look at the statistics on the ground. As I said, there is a case against Sasikala Pushpa, but you also have the Tamil Nadu police that have booked DMK councillors and 8 others, and with various 6 sections. So can you really raise a finger as far as the law is concerned?
No, see, I told you very clearly. Maybe Sumant is afraid of this DMK government because, they are attacking those who are talking against the government. So Sumant is afraid.
Okay, let's not indulge in name calling.
Yes, I believe. No, I seriously, I assure him that BJP will protect him. Will protect people who speak against the DMK government. That is why he is cooking up a lot of stories. The problem here is that it was the minister, this minister, she had only said that if Annamalai talks, comments about the chief minister or other ministers, they will enter the stage. So they have threatened, Geetha Jeevan had threatened Annamalai. The minister, Mr. Tamo Anbarasan, threatened Annamalai. Mr. R.S. Bharati was an ex-MP, he threatened Annamalai. In fact, he had said that how come Annamalai come to Tiruvarur? He would not have, he should not have gone back from the place. That is what the R.S. Bharati said. And Kalai Rajan, one ex-MLA, he said he will chop off the hands of Annamalai.
Yes,
so,
I read all of that when I started the show, but we're still finding it difficult to find an understanding of what really is happening and who really has an upper hand as far as politics of Tamil Nadu is concerned. Unfortunately, I'll have to leave the conversation there. I've completely run out of time. I'd like to thank Narayan Tirupati, Sumansi Raman Pularao, as well as Ramaswamy Mayappan. We have to shift our focus to some breaking developments coming in. After pounding Ukraine, Russian President Vladimir Putin tries to escalate tension. Vladimir Putin will host leaders of the members of the CIS, countries of erstwhile USSR states, on the 26th to 27th of December at St. Petersburg. Meanwhile, Ukraine President Zelensky met US President Joe Biden in Washington. Let me bring in my colleague Abhishek. Abhishek, what is Russia's plan now?
So it's like at a time when Russian President Putin is increasingly being considered as a pariah at the world stage, CIS countries are the closest partner that Putin can actually boast of in this region. And that too, there are not all CIS countries of erstwhile USSR are part of Putin's plan. Those who will be visiting St. Petersburg on 26th and 27th. And that is a kind of show of strength in the region that Vladimir Putin wants to express probably. And that also comes after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met USA President, and he got a lot of assurance and ammunition and financial assistance from USA in return. And also there are multiple other European countries also that Volodymyr Zelensky is expected to visit or to have interaction with. As much as support he is garnering from Europe and NATO allies, the problem for Putin is increasing, and to counter that, this meeting that is going to held on 26th and 27th of December in St. Petersburg will be seen as a show of strength or show of support to Vladimir Putin at this time of crisis.
Abhishek, what I quickly also want to understand, while we've already seen the United States stand strongly behind Ukraine and give their support to Ukraine in terms of military support and other as well, this meeting, of course, was very important between both the leaders. Specifically in this meeting, what is the kind of assurance that has been given by United States?
So United States has given like two major assistance. First is $1.8 billion worth of Patriot battery of missiles that Ukraine will be getting it. But it will take a few months before Ukraine can actually deploy those missiles, because the military personnel from Ukraine will have to get trained to handle those missiles, and that training will happen somewhere in Germany. And maybe 4 or 5 months from now, Ukraine will be able to deploy those missiles against Russian forces. Also, there has been this $45 billion worth of assistance that USA President had announced for Ukraine. That will be part of humanitarian assistance, more ammunition, arms. But given that, USA has also said that there will be no limit, or there will be no ceiling where USA will say that now it's enough, we can't support you enough. USA will stand by Ukraine. The support will be steadfast, both in terms of humanitarian and military support to Zelensky.
Okay, Abhishek, I'll just request you to stay on with us. We're getting some other breaking developments coming in as well. Some unfortunate news coming in from Paris. Remember, there has been a shooting in central Paris. We were understanding several people were injured. Now we're understanding the death toll has gone up to 3. Abhishek continues to be with us. Abhishek, we did understand a short while ago that a man in his 60s has been arrested. Any more details now emerging on the identity of the shooter and those who've lost their lives as well?
So it looks like there are reports that a person of 69 years of age has been arrested by the police. 3 persons have died. That place where this shooting has happened is believed to be some Kurdish neighborhood where this shooting has happened. Still, the motive of this attack is not clear. Why this person took this extreme step to kill people, because he's almost 70 years of age. That is still not clear. There is expected to be a briefing from the police officers where they will be laying it out clearly what actually prompted him to go to this work where he had almost killed three people, and 3 others are critically injured, and they are getting medical assistance in the shooting that has happened just a couple of hours ago in central Paris in France.
As you were telling us a short while ago that we are awaiting an official police briefing, any more details emerging in terms of the pattern or a modus operandi? And also, what are we seeing as far as deployment on the ground and the combing operations?
So the combing operation, since that person who is supposed to be the killer or the attacker behind this whole incident has been arrested, so the combing operation is not as intensive now. But yeah, still the police force is very much present on the ground. Ambulances have already taken off from the place because mostly the injured have been taken to the hospital. We are yet to know whether this was a part of a larger organized crime, whether it was just a terrorist attack, that person was radicalized or something, or this was just a lone wolf attack, or this person just went insane and in a fit of some rage or some mental instability, he just fired shot at people, random people crossing the street. So we'll have to wait for such clarification. That process is on. Police are investigating this person, investigating this, and more details will come out soon.
Okay, Abhishek, we'll leave the conversation there. Thanks a lot for getting us all those details. Unfortunate news coming in from Paris right before the holiday season. 3 people have already lost their lives. This is a developing story. We'll keep tracking those developments. With that, it's a wrap from my side. Plain Speak is up next.
Welcome everyone. Thanks a lot for staying with us. You're watching Plain Speak with me, Shivani Gupta. Pandemic politics is speaking again. And it's not so much a surge in cases or vaccine numbers that are the focus of debate this time around. Right now, the entire political fight is over Bharat Jodo Yatra. In other words, between the BJP and the Congress, the central government versus Rahul Gandhi. The government has been warning Rahul Gandhi to follow precautions in his Bharat Jodo Yatra for days now. But the Congress sees red. Instead of focusing on protocols and precautions, it has been on an offensive spree against COVID norms itself. All this